Two highly anticipated movies are out on screens this weekend involving Bob Marley and Spider-Man Universe.
That's right.
Here to let us know all about the reviews are Greg Russell. Hi, Greg.
Hello, how are
Greg.
you,
How are we with you?
Good to have you.
Good to be here.
Yeah, good to have you. So let's start with the movie
Yes.
One Love, the biopic about Bob Marley.
Right?
What can you tell us about this? Then I have another question.
Okay, really, really good movie. I mean, the thing is, of course, it deals with his music, but it really deals with him as the man and the things he did for his country and the things that he even went through. So, I mean, it's just this fabulous biopic. I mean, like you said, you're going to get a great soundtrack, but you're going to hear this great story.
Okay.
And what's your question?
So my question is, there's a lot of talk on social media about his very complicated relationship with his wife, Rita. And
I don't have that with my Rita, so.
Yeah, I know that's right. Greg is a smart man. And the, you know, other woman in his life, is she highlighted prominently in the movie? Because a lot of women are not feeling that. I'm one of them.
It's kind of like, it's there, but that's not the
main
of the story.
Okay, because
right.
on social media that's turned into like the main conversations. But I'll tell you about that. You know. But this is the important part. So, you know, I think you have a rap. You have a clip for us
with the man himself,
Oh, yeah?
Kingsley Ben Adir.
Okay.
Here you go, ladies. What was that like? I mean, you know, it's one thing to be in an acting role where it's a person who's made up, you know, like that, where you get to interpret and different things like that. But what's it like having to take on a role of a person who, you know, was just so big in everything that they did?
It was an amazing process because I got to learn about Bob through spending time with his family and through spending time with the people who he grew up with, you know, and some of the boys he knew from when he was 12, 13, 14. That's how I learned about Bob. I look back and I go, I didn't actually know that much at all, you know. I felt like I knew Bob, and I know Bob, and I've always known his music since before I can even remember. But to get to learn about him and to find his voice, you know, with the people who knew him was an extraordinary experience.
Music is a great healer as far as, you know, helping to mend fences and get people together. And that's what Bob did with his music is, you know, when you find out what he did with the governments down there in Jamaica to get the people together, that's just a fantastic story.
It's also what he just did in his life as well. I found out through talking to a number of people that he was a huge inspiration, you know, to people. He was really big on self-betterment and finding out what it was, finding out your purpose and what you loved. And he was someone who encouraged his friends or anyone he met to really think about what it was that they wanted to do.
All right, Greg. So it's more than just about his personal life,
Right.
which is under a lot of scrutiny right now. So how many reels for this one?
4 months.
4 months.
There you go.
Okay.
And here's a
Heavy.
quick tidbit.
What's that?
Bob Marley, Kingsley Ben, and I all have one thing in common.
What?
We're all the same height.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. I thought you were going to say you had the same birthday
I
or
know.
something
Oh,
like
no.
that.
Come
All
from
right.
the same something.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's always great when those 5'7" guys who do something.
Listen,
sure.
nothing
You
wrong
know.
with solid 5'7". That does a trick.
There you go.
Next up, let's talk about Madam Web, which looks like a Spider-Man movie, but is it a Spider-Man movie?
It's kind of like its own thing out there.
Okay.
Stars Dakota Johnson, and she winds up being clairvoyant. And so she winds up seeing people who are about to have some problems happen. So her thing is to go out and help them.
Okay.
I know we've got a clip, so here we can go check it out.
I don't understand what's happening.
I've been having visions.
I knew he was gonna die.
I think I'm seeing the future.
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
What do you want from me? What do you
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
This is an emergency. Get off the train.
That man's trying to kill you.
What?
Who are you? What is going on? I can see the future.
If that doesn't pull you in, I don't know what will.
My jaw is still dropped. So what are you hearing about this movie?
I'm hearing, different things. I'd be
Okay.
willing to say, seriously, folks, since I didn't see it, I can't review it, and nor would I, But go online and check out what other critics are saying and also other movie sites. I mean, it's been getting kind of like some rough road out there. I'll put it that way.
Okay. That's a fair assessment. It's
That just keeps you
fair.
authentic with everything else you tell us
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
And I mean, here's the thing. There have been some movies that no one liked that I really enjoyed.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like some M. Night Shyamalan movies. They
Yeah.
get terrible reviews, and I'm like, that was brilliant. What are you talking about?
I enjoyed
What are you talking about?
The one on the beach and the other one
I
in the
mean,
cave.
there's not
and
one
the
I
dog.
didn't enjoy.
Right.
So everybody's mind can't
No.
wrap their
And that's
head
the truth.
around. Yeah,
That's
right?
the truth.
It's subjective. All right, so while we have you, Greg, we
Yes.
want to talk to you about the winner of the ClickOnDetroit.com rom-com bracket.
Yes.
Now, we started with 32 movies, right? And it ended up being When Harry Met Sally against Pretty Woman, and When Harry Met Sally came out as #1. Do you think that the voters got it right to
It-
beat out Pretty Woman?
It had to be you.
Oh, boy.
It had to be you. I think this movie is really groovy. I know you will too. There you go. It is. I love both movies. I love both. But for some reason, I just remember when Harry Met Sally came out, 1989. Everybody went to the movie, and that was all of a sudden this repeat feature people would go back and see. I saw it 4 times.
Okay.
In the theater?
Yeah.
Wowzer.
I mean, that was $10, $5 a ticket.
Yeah.
So,
So, okay, so you think people got it right then? Or you
Yeah.
think they're just different?
They're different movies. I think a lot of things in When Harry Met Sally, a lot of us can really identify with more so per se in real life.
Well, they've kind of, okay, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. It's you can connect with that more in real life. Everyone is not
Pretty
Not-
Woman.
alternative careers.
Right.
you
Or
know.
extremely rich.
Yeah.
Right. The fantasy of what Pretty Woman was doing was kind of fun.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a great movie, and I love Julia Roberts.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
A1.
So what do you think makes a perfect rom-com?
Oh wow. Like you said, the beginning, of course, it starts out where you don't know each other, so you're just kind of like, hi, hi, hi. Then all of a sudden realizing that I really do like you, but I'm already dating Candace. So now what do I do? And so,
a good
as
one.
it turns out, finds out Candace is moving to Germany, and so she was going to break it off anyway. And then you and I can get together, and there you go.
Sounds like a Hallmark movie.
Gosh,
Sounds
I
good
just
to me.
made.
There you
Write
go.
this down, folks.
Do it. Do it. So, Greg, where can people see more of your reviews?
Just go to movieshowplus.com. We've got more reviews there, plus also giveaways and a whole lot of other fun stuff. So go there and check it out.
I'm going
Thank
on
you,
there.
Greg. Go. Greg has good stuff on there.
Reliable.